from clarkwoods.com. This is Horribly Off Topic, episode number 157. I am Chris.
Oh, that is really cold on my head. That was really...
Whoa.
And I'm Steve. Hold on.
It's cold on his head. Which head? Oh, your forehead.
Yes. I put the beer up against my forehead before I opened it because it's really fucking hot outside.
It is hot outside. And it might give you a little bit of relief to put it against your other head, your dick head.
No, I'm not going to put like cold beer on my weenie.
Not directly on your weenie, but like if you rested it between your legs, isn't that why like old men do it? They like put the cold beer between their legs. They fall asleep with the beer down there.
No, it's probably the reason why they fall asleep with the beer down there is because they're fucking hammered.
I've never been fucking hammered. I mean,
really?
I've been drunk. I've been silly, but I don't think I've ever been.
Okay, maybe we need to. Well, I don't know. That didn't hammered. Like the last time you were like significantly drunk on the show was when we did the American Pie cast.
Yeah, that's true. I guess there is evidence to the contrary that I've probably been.
But you weren't. I don't think you were like. I don't think
show.
You were drunk.
Yeah.
I don't think you were hammered. I mean, we need to do something like a non-show related thing where you
where I
drunk.
get hammered and then we can
talk about
it
the next week because you're not like completely incomprehensible the entire time.
Yeah. Well, I mean that might be an improvement. Maybe I'd be funnier if I were hammered.
I think that episode, the American Pie cast,
may
prove otherwise.
We got to do that more often, I think. I just got to
watch a shitty movie.
No, we'll just talk about a movie like in depth, like really do a deep dive.
Well, you definitely need to watch The Room.
I watched the trailer for The Disaster Artist, which I think is as close as I need to do to get to The Room.
No, you need to watch The Room because I'm like we are going like I don't know if you are going to see The Disaster Artist when it comes out.
I am?
Yes, and
right.
Whether it be with us or by yourself or whatever.
I need to see it.
I think you need to see it, but you also need to see The Room to get the context.
Oh, that'd be the prerequisite.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking a course on The Disaster Artist, and the prereq is just putting it in terms that I can understand.
All right. Well, I'll bring it. I'll do a little bit of background. Like The Room is one of those just classic. Tommy Wiseau. It's one of those classically bad movies.
Yes.
That people love, and I think it's the element of camp that is involved. That people really enjoy about it.
People love camp,
and it's the fact. And I've said this several times, and I will say it again. Movies that are created by a director with the intention that this movie is going to be good.
Yes.
Tend to be good bad movies.
Okay.
Like movies like Sharknado or movies like Epic Movie. And I said something at work the other day that I said Donald Trump is the epic movie of presidents.
Oh, God. Wait, but in that metaphor, is he trying to be good?
He's trying to be good, but he is just a bunch of catchphrases and nonsense, and it's complete fucking garbage.
I don't know if he's trying to be good.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Good in the sense that he thinks that he's doing good things.
He thinks
he's being good. He thinks he's being righteous, but really he's just an asshole.
Yeah. Well,
in my opinion.
Important that you add that, Steve.
Yes, it is important that I had that.
Because if this is the one episode that libtard hating fool over on whatever rando blog aggregator listens to, we want him to know it's just our opinion. We're not saying that the orange asshat is for sure the dumbest person to ever walk the fucking planet.
It's just our opinion.
Yeah. We're not saying that. No. I'm not gonna
just don't.
At
a certain point, like you're like, hey, we zinged him. Let's move on. let's just move on because if the more we talk about them, the more angry we get and the less fun the show gets.
Yes. Well, and when we did have a mission, we started the show. We were going to start with email because we actually have an email this week. It came to us
thanks to a very exceptionally long flashback episode, which we easily could have put as 2 episodes and not be sitting here right now recording this one. But we love you guys.
Yeah, we could have.
We give you an insane amount of material.
Yes, content. Where we're filling your ear holes with content. If you'd like to fill us, like us to fill other holes with content, too bad.
We're filling your ears with content. If you feel if you feel generous, maybe you can fill our pockets with money. Go to clarkwoods.com/hot. Is that our website?
Yeah, that's our website.
And there's a donate button, right?
There's a donate button pretty much everywhere.
Okay, there's a donate button, and you can give us some cash for something that you really enjoy. Mm-hmm. And that's us. That's the begging for today. We did it right off the bat, so maybe people will actually do it.
Yeah. We gave you 2 hours last week. Come on.
Yeah, 2 hours of stuff you probably heard before.
Except the stuff at the end.
In the beginning.
At the beginning, it was bookended.
Yeah.
It was a recap sandwich. That doesn't sound good. Hey guys, writes friend of the show Leo, with the subject line "Outcast."
I read it already, so I'm ready for the tongue lashing that I'm about to get.
Hey guys. Okay, so over the past 3 years, there have been a few segments that have nearly sent me careening into a ditch. What's that rectangle state again?
There's a bunch of them.
I had forgotten about that. But none more than 2 weeks ago when you guys started getting into the topic of hip hop. I gather maybe we should have been we should have boned up on our hip it to the hop.
See, I've never been.
You don't stop.
I mean, I don't
everything except country and hip hop.
You are a person that is more musically inclined than I am.
Yes.
Not inclined, knowledgeable.
I guess
than I am. I think.
Not that knowledge equals taste.
Yes, yeah, you have more knowledge about music than I do. Right. And hip hop is just one of those, like, I'm like so incredibly picky about the hip hop artists that I like. I'm like, I like Busta Rhymes because he was sort of like in the late 90s he was fucking absurd, and I'm like that guy. And fucking Cool Keith or Dr. Octagon, that guy is just fucking bonkers. Yeah. Like in old school hip hop like De La Soul or Tribe Called Quest, those are great. But other than that, like, I give zero shits. And so, for me, I'm going to preface, all this stuff. It's just like, I didn't know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like they came out at approximately, like the songs that we were talking about in that particular episode came out at approximately the same time. And so I just associate them with that period of time, and therefore I associate them together.
Have I ever told you? I mean,
even though, like, and you can continue reading the email.
Yeah. I was gonna say my is it Roses? Is that what we decided was the other one? The
Roses is the one we brought up first.
Roses is the one we brought up first. So my recollection of Roses is from my my cousin's husband's bachelor party in 2004.
What does that make us?
And we were at a
Is that beeping getting picked up in the fucking mic?
No.
Okay.
We were at a gentleman's establishment in Cary, North Carolina.
Shit, man, I've been there.
In 2004.
Well, I was there in 2008.
Okay, so you were there later. So 2004, Cary, North Carolina, we were at a gentleman's establishment.
Gold Club.
Yes, indeed.
Isn't that fucked up that we were in the same place at different times?
Yeah. That's like that never happens.
I know.
We've never been in the same place. Anyway, so we were there, and there was a I was gonna say buxom young woman, but just because buxom seems like a thing that.
Did she have big old titties?
But she didn't. No. So
why were you gonna say buxom?
I was trying to pay her a compliment. She was as a beautiful young woman dancing.
You could just say a beautiful young woman.
A beautiful young woman, beautiful young black woman dancing for us to the sounds.
Why'd you got to bring race in it, Chris?
Because
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around.
And she was dancing to that song, and I don't know if she was doing a lap dance to that song or if she was just dancing up on the stage, but she was waving a hand in front of, because it has the line
Roses really smell like poo poo poo.
And so every time they got to the poo 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 thing, she would wave her hand in front of her nose. She really got into it. It was and I was like, that's a really fucking weird song for somebody to strip to.
Yeah, but that's fucking great. Like if I was there, I would have been fucking applauding after she got off the stage.
I think your comment about being out there, Busta Rhymes, and being out there and absurd like that. I will always remember that particular performer.
And it makes sense that with a song that like that,
yeah,
that I might have but at that point in my life, I think I don't think I've given a shit about any new band since the turn of the century.
Yeah. Well, because your roses really smell like poop.
I think the last new band that I got a CD of, and this is a long time ago. By saying CD, I think Gorillaz was the last group that I was their first album. So and then I gave. I mean, I think I liked one of the songs off their second foray. That
period is still actually that might even be the main period where every song that came on the radio, not every song, but a lot of the pop songs that came on the radio by a band like that, or I'll out myself as a closet Britney Spears fan back then. Who else? Christina Aguilera, everybody of that vintage from the late 90s to the early 2000s.
Early aughts. The Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
At least one of their hit songs on their album, when it came to radio, sounded absolutely nothing like the version that was on the album. So you would go and you'd buy the Gorillaz album, and I forget which song it was that was on there.
Clint Eastwood, maybe?
Clint Eastwood sounded the same, but it was the second single off that album, which I also liked. I actually think I liked it better than Clint Eastwood, except, of course, I can't remember the name now.
That's fine.
But there was a Soul Child remix. I don't know, the remix that was in the video and on the radio.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, and it's just a number.
And that was if you went and bought the album.
It has a slower,
shittier version of
you're right.
of that song. And the same was true of every pop artist out there. And I wonder, was that part of the CD industry's death knells where they're like, well, we're going to get you to buy the CD, and then you're going to be pissed off that you didn't get the version you want, and you'll go out and buy the single. And I think that probably backfired, because instead what you did is you went on to Napster.
Yeah.
Or Kazaa or what the fuck ever, and you went and got that, which is 3000? No.
Yes, it's something like
that. Anyway,
but yeah, I agree. The album version, and the same is on Ween's last studio album, which was in 2007. They released I think what was it, an EP, a small
an extended play.
Yeah, just not an LP.
Mm-hmm.
They released an EP called The Friends album or something like that, and had the song "A Friend's a Friend Who Knows What Being a Friend Is." But they had another version, which was just a slower, less good version of that song on La Cucaracha, which was their last album, their last LP.
Right.
And if you didn't pick up that
EP,
Friends EP,
then you were up Schitt's Creek without a paddle.
You ride my no. But yeah,
rate,
continue with. I'm going to bring Ween back up in a little bit.
I think the point of that digression. Sorry that we got horribly off topic.
Is that I'm the worst person to start talking about music, and I often do. And I realize my ignorance is sometimes
is not bliss.
But the thing is, I was talking to my boss and some other people today, That song, I think it was like 96, and I forget the artist that did it, even though I looked it up earlier. It was like, all I want to do is to thank you. Even though I don't know who you are, you let me change lanes when I was driving in my car.
Oh, okay.
Whoever you are, I want to thank you. You know the fucking song.
Yes. But no, I should have said no, so you'd keep singing.
No, but yeah, I mean, there's no way you don't know it. If you don't know it at this point, then you're not going to know it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like, I was talking about that song, and I'm like, you remember that song? And everybody's like, no. And I'm like, you guys are all like around my age. How do you not know that song? And they're just like, derp. And I'm like, I don't know. Were you not listening to FNX in 1996?
So in some ways, you are a little bit more musically inclined than other
some,
people.
but you know, someone on the hip hop knowledge of Leo, I'm sadly lacking.
You don't come correct. Is that how that goes? All right.
Step correct.
Don't stop. Don't step. Don't front. I don't know. What's the difference between stepping and front?
I got that head nod shit that make you break your neck.
All right. Back to Leo's email. For clarification, Outcast was comprised. Now I'm gonna learn from this. Oh no. Okay. This is not. This is my phone trying to be. Okay. So remember. A couple weeks ago, it was a follow-up to a follow-up from Brian, I think, where he
did Brian just send us another email?
No. But he made mention of the fact that we forgot to talk about the picture he'd attached, and it was because the picture he'd attached was just a link in the email, right? So now going forward, looking at Leo's email, and there are things that are underlined on my phone when I'm looking at Leo's email, but they're actually just
links to the wiki.
They're Apple trying to get me to download Outcast.
Oh wow!
Or Big Boy.
That's probably why that you didn't click on it, because
3000.
You didn't want to install Gogeta on your fucking iPhone.
All right. For clarification, Leo writes, Outkast was comprised of Big Boy and Andre 3000. They were a very creative hip-hop duo whose offbeat style earned them a significant underground following, and then eventually several mainstream hits. Rosa Parks, Bombs Over Baghdad, Mrs. Jackson, etc.
Whoo, I mean for real.
Is that Mrs. Jackson?
Probably. Oh. Although I might be fucking wrong.
All of this happened long before Speakerboxx / The Love Below, which was intended to have been 2 solo albums, but were released together as one of the duo's final collaborative projects. Andre was at this point tiring of a strictly rap career and wanted to fashion himself into something of a Prince-like figure. Not knowing this is completely forgivable. Thanks, Leo.
Yeah.
Especially if this isn't your genre of choice. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think we defended ourselves pretty well, or at least I did.
Where I take exception.
Oh fuck.
Writes Leo, is with Steve insisting they sound like the Black Eyed Peas. The freaking Black Eyed Peas.
See, that it's just a time and place thing for me. That's all it is.
Yeah. A group who at their height produced insipid cookie cutter top 40 garbage.
Cookie cutter.
That is all but unlistenable by anyone short of preteens with Tiger Beat posters on their bedroom walls.
Is there still a Tiger Beat?
I don't know.
Was there in 2004?
There might have been. I think magazines were not dead.
Well, you did teach didn't you teach a magazine class?
I still teach but it's magazine produced for literary magazines.
Oh,
Tiger Beat does not qualify. I mean, as much as preteens would like to say otherwise, and as much as places like Teen Vogue are actually doing really good journalistic work, Teen Tiger Beat I don't think would qualify as
a Teen Tiger Beat. Is that
Teen Tiger Beat.
Is that even smaller Tiger Beat? Is that like for preteens? Never mind. Continue.
I should be writing down possible episode titles, because then I don't have to go through this and look for them, and then I can get the episode up faster.
You could.
Teen Tiger Beat.
Teen Titan Beat.
Teen Titan. Now, I know the difference here might be lost on someone who isn't a big fan of hip-hop, so I will try to make an analogy here.
Okay.
Chris, this would be the equivalent of Steve saying that he always confuses Nine Inch Nails with Creed. What the fuck?
I do not do that, mind you.
I haven't read this email all the way through until now, and I am so goddamn offended to have just said the name Creed in the same sentence as Nine Inch Nails. Am I getting red? I should be getting red because...
Are you like... Is this fake anger?
It's not fake anger. I hate motherfucking Creed.
Especially when Kid Rock's getting a blowjob nearby and running for Congress.
My God. Fucking Creed. Oh my God! I don't know if I can even finish this.
Okay, I'll make another analogy. All right,
fucking Creed. Oh, Jesus.
I am a big fan of Ween, as I have already established earlier in this show and in the show.
Yes.
In general, and you know, a band that's comparable to Ween would be something like Primus.
Primus sucks.
Was that like
that was their thing?
Yeah. So like, I mean, I'm okay with Primus to a certain extent, but I don't give too many shits about them.
Yeah.
As a band, but you know, if someone like were to mix up those two, and I think those two are close enough, maybe, but maybe for Leo's analogy, maybe it's not as apt.
No,
because it's
it didn't cause you to sort of lose your mind.
No, but the thing is, like,
thinking about the
Nine Inch Nails is a bad example, I think, because Nine Inch Nails was mainstream, to a certain extent.
Yeah, well, but Outkast was mainstream, right?
Well, not in their initial state.
Okay.
When they first formed as a sort of underground hip hop group.
Right.
The whole thing about being underground is people like not too many people know about you.
Right.
So Creed, I think Creed is a bad example.
But Creed and Nine Inch Nails were both popular.
They were both popular.
They were both popular. And the Black Eyed Peas and Outkast both popular. Primus and Ween. Not so well.
Primus was actually
had
a decent following. Ween not so much.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I don't know of an example that would make you wince in the same way that that Leo and I have now just been forced to.
No, but
wince.
I get it. I understand where he's coming from. Like it's not foreign to me. It like I said, it is simply a time and place. Like these songs were coming out like on the radio when I was occasionally forced to listen to the radio.
Right.
And they were on the same station, and I'm hearing them about the same time, and it's it's hard for me not to have them be comparable.
Right. Yeah. I mean, with Nine Inch Nails and Creed in that example, although it's very funny how angry that makes me.
It's doubtful that those two artists would be played on the same station.
But like. Nine Inch Nails and Tool or
Tool.
Tool had its fans. I don't know what you would put. I'm sure if I really thought hard about it, I could think about some band at that time frame that
you didn't like, or you thought that was too mainstream.
Well, no,
in comparison to Nine Inch Nails.
Not necessarily.
But Nine Inch Nails might be the band that is the one that's too mainstream, and something like maybe
I don't know, but the point taken, I think, is the
point taken, Leo. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. I just gave zero shits about any, but in retrospect, I like, I liked Hey Ya, I liked the Roses song, and Miss Jackson's a good song, and like other songs from Outkast in that general fucking
Limp Bizkit and Nine Inch Nails. That would be a better / worse comparison.
Yeah, because it was a better time frame.
They were both. No, it's. I think Leo's right about the time frame because the rest of the sentence, which we didn't get to, is because of some vague hard rock similarities and a brief overlap in their popularity. But Nine Inch Nails and Limp Bizkit also had that overlap and were more likely to be found on all of the same stations. Creed even had some like Kiss 108 crossover, like with Arms Wide Open. I think that's what that song is called. That one was like popular across the board, but Nine Inch Nails and Limp Bizkit were over here on AAF. They might have been on
BCN.
FNX.
No, I doubt it.
They probably didn't have Bizkit on FNX, but AAF, BCN here in
it might have been on FNX. We're talking about radio stations, most of which don't exist anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, no. So yeah, your point taken.
But like when it came to radio for me, it like what the things that I listened to were like Stern and Opie and Anthony and Loveline. Like over the course of the day, I was listening to people talk about shit, which is why I have like my musical knowledge is suspect because I didn't listen to a fucking lot of music.
Yeah,
especially in that time.
Whereas I listened to music was I listened to some of those shows because they were on in the morning, but I mostly was just waiting for the midday people who played more music. I'd turn on
like Mark Parento. For those of you who are not in the know, Mark Parento got in trouble when he used to be on WBCN in Boston, and then he moved down to DC, and then he got in trouble for giving an underage kid a PlayStation for questionable reasons. I don't know much more of that, and I'll prefer not to say any more, but do your research, and then maybe you can find out more.
All right, rest of Leo's email here. Finishes this paragraph, this thought, which we've cut off now a couple times. They were played on the same radio stations, right? Basically the same band. Rant aside, the 3-year anniversary was awesome. Thank you.
Look at that.
Look at that.
You guys suck. I liked your show.
I especially loved number 8, the one about the Mandela effect.
With the Berenstain Bears.
Yes. I went into work that day and quizzed my coworkers about the Berenstain Bears and found that all of them remembered it as Berenstein. Glitch in the Matrix, man. That's the only explanation. Keep up the good work, guys. Here's hoping for 3 more years.
At least 3.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to do we're going to be both in our 40s at that point.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I don't know. Can people in their 40s do podcasts?
Yes, I think. How old is Kevin Smith at this point? Is he in his 50s now?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think the pot keeps me young.
Yeah, I mean, he still looks good.
He does look good. I can't look at him the same way as I used to.
Because he makes shitty movies.
Well, he makes shitty movies that he makes because he smokes too much goddamn pot. But whatever.
All right, so I brought up Ween earlier, and this is going to segue into my my wisdom teeth story, which I wasn't really willing to. Well, not necessarily willing to tell. Yeah. But like.
You were a little too close to it.
The capability of me having a decent conversation about anything, like last week, wasn't really something that was happening. So I said, let's do it this week.
Okay.
So
here we are.
I went. Becky, of course, drove me there because I was getting knocked out.
Yeah.
And when you're getting knocked out, you need.
Mama said, "Knock me out."
Yeah, and. What was it? LL Cool J sure did.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and the dentist. I'll give him a plug.
Dentist Leary?
No, I'll just give the office a plug.
Okay.
Winchester Oral Surgery. They did good work, and they took out my teeth, and they gave Becky very good instructions afterwards because
always good when they do that.
I was not there. So I pop in, I'm sitting in the chair, they give me a little nitrous, and then they give me the
IV.
The IV, or I don't think it was an IV, but I think it was a shot for an anesthetic or whatever. And before that, they asked, what kind of music do you like? And I'm like, well, Ween is my favorite band. But I don't know how appropriate that would be for the office. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll just play it. And so he starts playing some Ween. It starts off with Ocean Man, and I'm like, oh, this is a good start. I'm like getting the gas, and then I remember like just breathing in, and then they got the shot, and then I listened to a couple Ween songs, and then all of a sudden I'm in another Ween song, and sort of coming to, and apparently they had been listening to Ween the entire time.
Oh.
Like
They were like, wow, this is interesting. We're gonna keep pulling teeth out.
They apparently dug it. So, I went back for like follow up to make sure everything wasn't fucked up with I didn't get dry sockets or anything. So I popped back in, last week, and I talked to them. I'm like, sorry about having you listen to Ween for the surgery. He's like, no, it was actually really fun. I really liked it. And I'm like, all right, cool.
You made him a new fan.
Yeah, maybe he'll pick up a record or two. But so I'm like, I'm in a haze and sort of just like blah. And then they're like, they gave Becky a little sheet of things that, I wasn't supposed to do, like drink from a straw and make sure I eat soft things, smoothies and applesauce and, oatmeal. I can't eat oatmeal because I find it gross. So I got cream of wheat, which some people might also find fucking gross.
Well, it's got the word cream and of in there. It's not cream of Steve.
Yeah, it was not cream of Steve.
Make you drink your own. Ugh.
Gross. But yeah, so like, and then we went to get my prescriptions. They gave me an antibiotic and some ibuprofen, and then the other painkiller that I didn't really use. So I was like, fuck it, no.
I mean, is it still hanging around,
Chris? So yeah, we went to the Winchester CVS, and Winchester is a more like, Woburn isn't, it's not slummy, but it's not, high class.
Right.
But Winchester is sort of like a very, very affluent area.
Yeah.
And it's there's a lot of white people there. And so I just had I had a little thing around my head with little ice packs on the side of my cheeks.
Aww.
And I was just walking around the CVS and I was thinking about this, and I'm like, all the old ladies were like, oh, what happened? And Becky's like, he got his wisdom teeth out, because I still had like gauze in my mouth. I could hardly talk.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, that's so cute. I remember when I got my wisdom teeth out 80 years ago, and blah blah blah. But like,
they gave me a tankard of whiskey, and they just went right in there with the drills.
I started thinking about it, and I'm like, being like this is one of those circumstances where being white is like awesome.
Oh, are there circumstances where it's not awesome?
Well, I'm just like, it's exceptionally awesome because everybody like really cares about you as a white person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because if I was black or Hispanic or whatever, and I had this thing around my head, and Becky wasn't with me, like they'd be like, some guy tried to rob the CVS in Winchester, and he was talking some crazy like foreign language because he had cotton in his mouth or whatever, and then
they'd probably shoot you.
Yeah, I'd get shot.
Yeah,
because I fucking had my teeth cut out of my head. Mm-hmm. So I don't necessarily understand your plight. But I understand a little bit more.
You were able to put yourself in their shoes.
I understand. No.
Still a little bit high off.
No,
of
but
the nitrous.
I understood white privilege a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Because I grew up pretty lower middle class, and I have not gotten what I would consider the white privilege treatment. And so like that was the first of like, I was just walking around with like teeth cut out of my head, and I was a sad sack, and white people were like, oh my God, that's so tragic. Oh my God, you're such a triumph of a human being. You're so lovely, and you're so white.
So brave for having your teeth out. Oh, it must have hurt so much.
Yeah. So
poor little Stevie Kins.
I did not Stevie Kins. I don't like that. But yeah, so I experienced white privilege firsthand for the first time I've noticed it.
Oh, right.
It may have happened many times in the past.
You finally like check your privilege.
I checked it, and I'm sorry that like older white ladies were sympathetic to
fawning over you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is not the first time that older white ladies have been fawning over me. And I didn't have to have my teeth pulled before, although I did get shingles shortly afterwards. I don't remember what episode we talked about that. It was like I was molested by a lady at some like karaoke night in Salisbury.
Yes. It was a long time ago. But look, this episode is late in coming out, and unless there's some like ridiculous thing I have to edit out, I'm gonna export it. I'm gonna write a really quick description and put it up there. So it doesn't even matter what episode that was in, because I'm not writing any fucking show notes.
All right, good.
I'm saying it right now. But I gotta come up with a title. Teen Tiger Beat's the only. Well, Teen Tiger Beat or Cream of Steve.
No.
I was like, I'm not gonna call it Cream of Steve. So.
You should be like, oh, you're so white.
Oh, you're so white. So no problems with the checkup.
No, I mean,
everything
like
was-
aside from pain the first 3
Yeah.
days, like my body, like when I said I was going to do it on get it done on a Wednesday, which was fortuitous because
Yeah.
Becky does work from home,
Yeah.
so she just brought her computer to the office and they had Wi-Fi, so
Oh, yeah.
so she was just doing work while she was sitting in the waiting room. But so I was like, oh, I could probably come in on Friday. And,
Yeah.
and my boss was like, no, take the whole goddamn week.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I did. And like Friday was the worst as far as pain. Cause the first day I was like still probably on whatever shit they gave me in the office. And then I took the extra strength, ibuprofen for most of the time.
Right.
The only time I took the other medication, which which will remain nameless,
Right.
was the first night. And I just to help me get to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. I think they should. I mean, I know they give you all sorts of instructions, and I'm not meaning to disparage my wife, then girlfriend, who got the same set of instructions. I'm sure. I think they need to make it, or maybe I'm just a dumbass. They need to make it way clearer that you're going to feel better on that first day afterwards.
Yeah, because
and that you're going to feel shitty the next day, and don't let this false sense of confidence that things are back to normal on the second day.
I didn't necessarily feel great on that second day.
Yeah.
And it might have been that medication that I took to help me sleep the night
Right.
before.
Yeah.
And, I suppose like if you're going to, have painkillers be anything like of a benefit, that benefited me to think that, I wasn't feeling as good as I.
Right. Yeah. I think I've said this on the show. I've definitely said it to you in the lead up to you
Getting my teeth out.
Getting your teeth out was the day after I had my wisdom teeth out back in 2000. I went to the mall with my girlfriend, now wife, and I was like, I can eat Burger King, like no problem. And got a cheeseburger meal. And I think it was a piece of like French fry got back into one of the sockets, and one side of my face blew up so bad that I had to be gargling with salt water and for like I don't know, felt like a month.
Did they give you any antibiotics or
They
anything?
did, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was not a good scene.
But yeah, all you kids out there that are listening, that if you're still young, and get your fucking wisdom teeth out. But like, pay attention, or listen, have your
With any surgical
boyfriend,
procedure,
girlfriend,
pay attention.
mother, father, whoever is helping you if you get put under, like, listen to what they have to fucking say, because you don't want to have like a dry socket. You don't want, because like it's fucking painful to have things ripped out of your fucking head.
Yes.
And you know what's weird? One of Becky's friends, the day after I got my teeth out, like her friend texted her and said, I just got my wisdom teeth out. It's like, what the
Weird.
fuck?
Small
Like,
world. It's
yeah.
like it's a millennial thing.
I'm not a fucking millennial, but she is.
Millennials are ruining
Tooth extraction.
Tooth extraction.
That's the title. That is the fucking title.
Because you couldn't have a week to yourself where you could be the only asshole on the block who had their wisdom teeth out. Fucking millennials had to come around and fucking steal your Gen X thunder.
Yeah.
God damn millennials.
Millennials are ruining tooth extraction. It took a little bit, but we fucking got a winner. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. Hey, Steve, what's in the news?
Ooh.
I gotta get my phone to open up here.
My news, my news, my news. That's what Jackie used to do Jackie the Joke Man used to do while Robin was reading the news.
While Robin was reading the news. I sent this to you, I think. Yeah, I sent this to you. It's from WMTW out of the great state of Maine.
Oh, up there in the northern country.
In the northern country, up north, or down east.
Down east. Well, how far up was it?
Hollis, Maine. I don't know where Hollis, Maine is.
I could look it up while you're reading the story.
All right. Well, here's the headline, folks. One-armed machete-wielding clown arrested by state police. I'll say that again. One-armed machete-wielding clown arrested by state police. Hollis, Maine. A man accused of drunkenly strolling down a main street in a clown mask with a machete taped to his amputated arm was arrested Tuesday night. Corey Berry, 31, of Hollis, was charged with criminal threatening, police said. He was released after posting $200 bail. State police said Berry was first spotted in Hollis, but then fled into the woods. He was taken into custody after re-emerging in Waterboro.
It's definitely down east. It's
down east.
It's pretty much directly west of Portland.
Okay. Police said Berry was intoxicated but cooperative. He told officers that he was copying previous clown sightings as a prank.
How was he going to swing around like with his stump?
He had it.
Was he like a juggalo or what?
He was drunk. And he was wearing...
Not all juggalos are drunk, Chris.
I'm not saying I'm giving... You asked a question. I'm giving you the evidence, and I'm going to let you...
There's a good chance that they are.
Judge Woodbury, I'm going to let you decide, right? He's drunk. He's got a machete, looks like duct taped to his stump, to his amputated arm. He's wearing a clown mask. I'm going to show Steve the picture of the clown mask. Picture.
Whoa, that is pretty frightening.
And he's copying, quote unquote, previous clown sightings, unquote. Does that make him a juggalo? Is he guilty or innocent?
I don't think that makes him a juggalo because he's not saying anything about the insane clown posse. And I think somebody who's a juggalo would at least try to promote their agenda.
A little bit of ICP. Are you down with ICP?
No.
That was their big song. You down with ICP? Yeah, you know me. It's just, I'm Leo baiting. I want to see if he'll get into me about who is that did that. That
was Criss Cross.
No, oh my God! Now we're really gonna get it. It's not Criss Cross.
Oh no, it wasn't Criss Cross, but that was the time and place for me again.
Yeah. No,
it was the same. It was like early '90s.
Criss Cross will make you jump. And you down with OPP? That's Naughty by Nature.
Was it?
I think it's Naughty by Nature.
Down with.
You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Every last homie.
Yeah, you're right. Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature. All right. Maybe I saved us an email. No, you know what? I should have gotten it wrong. We want email. You can send email. We forgot to tell you. You can send email to
so that was like in 1990, 1991. And then when was Criss Cross? I'm trying to...
Pretty... They are...
1992, so around the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So not a juggalo.
Not a juggalo, but he. I mean,
David Lee Roth was just a juggalo.
No, he was just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people something. I ruined the Stern Show.
All right, we got one other thing on the oh no, we got two other things. Two other things. I want to talk to you about something that you said to me to put on the list, and then we'll save the other thing. If there's time, we'll get to it. But
are we running low on time?
No, we got about
85 minutes,
17 minutes.
Oh, but we're trying to let's try to stick to the 2-hour format from now on.
Oh yeah,
now that we did it last week, let's try to do a
2-hour
show every week, where the second hour is half as good.
That is definitely true. There's a lot of them that I listen to that are getting that length now, and it's not always that the last half is. It's usually the middle. The middle sags a hell of a. I was listening to one on the way in this morning. It was
just like our show.
Just like my balls. You sent me the 3-word description to, naughty jigsaw puzzles and said add this to the list, and I was like, all right, enough said. Naughty jigsaw puzzles.
So okay, I was just sitting, and Becky and I were just sitting, and I noticed a jigsaw puzzle where we were, and I was like, has there ever been like a naughty jigsaw puzzle? And I, of course, did research on it. I didn't want to be like, let's just talk to Chris about it, and then we'll talk about how that's an idea that could possibly happen. And
yes.
if you go, I think, to Cafe Press, which is a thing that will basically print anything on anything.
Right.
Most of the ones that I found were pinup art.
Okay. So not fully nude, but
I mean, in some cases, you get to see some cartoon boobies.
Okay.
On a puzzle, and I think that's fun. But like, if I want to put out a challenge to all the fucking millennials out there that have such easy access to pornography nowadays,
yes.
where you can just go to Pornhub or whatever else,
or XTube or XHamster or UJizz or YouPorn or RedTube,
all the good ones,
all the great porn sites,
all the ones that have porn or tube or something somewhere in their name, or X, or videos,
yes,
or something,
or jizz,
or jizz. XJizz.
I don't know if
jizz videos.
I've never tried to find XJizz.
Jizzy Gillespie. That was a joke that I stole from.
Oh, all right.
Bad Grandpa. No, not Bad Grandpa. What was the one with Johnny Knoxville? Was that Bad Grandpa?
There have been a couple that are like that, and I don't know if that one is Bad Grandpa, because there's also one that like had a very similar title recently. All I know about the Johnny Knoxville one is that my mom and dad and my aunt and uncle were going out to see a movie. This is right when the movie theaters had converted to the big seats, and they went out to go see a movie, and whatever movie they were gonna go see, Dirty Grandpa. No, one of them's Dirty
One of them's Dirty Grandpa, one of them's Bad Grandpa. I don't remember which is which.
And the dirty/bad Grandpa.
And hopefully we don't get an email from Leo saying, "I can't believe you mixed up Dirty Grandpa and Bad Grandpa. They're such great one of them's a great film, and I'm not sure which one it is."
Anyway, so whatever movie they were going to go see was sold out because now there are way fewer seats, and they are looking at the list of things, and my dad and my uncle are both at this point freshly grandfathers, and they're like, let's go see the one about grandpas, and it ends up being the Johnny Knoxville thing.
Okay.
Didn't go so well, especially
I think he fucked like a fish or something. Like he had a fake dick and he fucked a fish with it. I don't know. Or maybe he caught a fish that had a giant fake dick. Or I don't know. There was a fake dick somewhere.
Mark Wahlberg had the big fake dick.
That was at the end of Boogie Nights.
I don't know if he ever fucked a fish.
No, but here's the challenge out there.
The challenge
out there, millennials. Get a piece of pornography, like a still picture.
Yes.
And I know that's fucking something that's really hard to masturbate to. Mm-hmm. But get that
Jigsaw
picture.
Puzzle's even harder.
No, but here's the trick.
Okay.
Like, go to Cafe Press or whatever, and get that picture turned into like a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle.
Okay.
And then the only way you can jerk off
is
to make that puzzle and jerk off to that picture.
Now
that is a fucking challenge there.
Now this is my challenge to the roommates of those particular millennials. I want you, once your roommate has gone and done this, I want you to go and steal one piece,
like
a piece of the areola, just
the nipple, or somewhere like the clit, or somewhere around the vulva, and be like.
Couldn't just leave it at areola.
Let me do another. Let's do another take. They did this on Comedy Bang Bang recently.
The taint. You take one piece out of the taint, and then they're gonna have
the perineum.
And they're going to, that can tear. When ladies have babies.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I've seen it. Never wanted to call anything the taint ever again. I was like, that's
that taint anything I want to look
at. Yeah, steal one piece from your roommate.
One piece. Drink. I'm gonna be the king of pussy puzzles.
All right.
Kaizoku. Oh wait, no. Pussy Puzzle Oni Orewa Nauru.
Or if we
that was my bad Japanese accent.
If we happen to have any models out there, anybody who does modeling or whatever, and they have like a Patreon or something like that, maybe for one of your like $10 patrons or your $50 patrons or whatever, like you give them a jigsaw puzzle of you. Like that, like if they pledge $50 a month.
Do people that like get nude on camera listen to the show?
I don't, probably not, but there was an adult film star who came across my website years ago now.
Oh,
who follows me on Twitter.
Maybe she's he.
She.
Okay,
yeah.
she.
Yeah. No. Nikki Benz is her name. I had used a picture of her on an article about a picture of her in her tweets in an article about Twitter or something, and somebody linked it on her message board, and then she came over and saw it and then linked it off of her site, and traffic on my site
exploded.
The roof for like a day. I was like, what the fuck?
You need to do that again for this particular episode because we were talking about her. That maybe this will be the perfect opportunity. And like unlike last time with the guy with the fucking dog. For us to get a little bit of exposure for the show.
Exposure. I don't think she has a Patreon. She probably has a website. Like
she probably has a plethora of nude photos
of products that you could.
And maybe she could be like,
she has a flashlight.
I'm going to make a product that nobody wants.
Yeah. All right. So, do we have time for? We got a little less than 10 minutes. I gotta share this other thing which I saved just for this week because I want to see if I can get you to laugh.
Oh.
No, I don't know if that... Well, I found this thing...
Challenge accepted. I'm going to jerk off to this puzzle. Wait, no.
20
Even though I'm not a millennial.
20 jokes so terrible they are actually funny.
Is it like The Room?
I don't know. I think I don't know.
All right, let's see.
Let's see if any.
Let me take a sip every time you're telling these awesome jokes.
Okay.
In case I might do a spit take all over your computer.
All right. 2 antennas met on a roof, fell in love, and got married. The ceremony wasn't much, but the reception was excellent.
Oh, because they're antennas.
Mm-hmm. Number 2. A jumper cable walks into a bar. The bartender says, "I'll serve you, but don't start anything." Number 3.
This is like how good comedy bits usually start when we go up and do stand up. You start, I'm going to tell you X amount of jokes. They're allegedly bad. I mean, you might act like you should try this. Go to an open mic and say, "I'm going to do this," and you probably get more laughs than the fucking one of the guys that like was on before me at like the Middle East once. That was just fucking doing setups and no punchlines, and it was just like fucking say something else about the thing you're talking about. It was just infuriating. It wasn't funny.
Just stop. Number 3, I just skipped. No. Oh wow, that is there are 2 of them named number 3.
Number 3.
First number 3. A woman has twins and gives them up for adoption. One of them goes to a family in Egypt and is named Amal. The other one goes to a family in Spain. They name him Juan. Years later, Juan sends a picture of himself to his birth mother. Upon receiving the picture, she tells her husband that she wishes she had also had a picture of Amal. Her husband responds, "They're twins. If you've seen Juan, you've seen Amal." I like that.
They're so good. They're so good. They're so bad. They're good.
All right, I'm not gonna do all of them, or I guess I could. I guess we got time.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
All right, number 3. A dyslexic man walks into a bra.
Oh, I get it.
That was a laugh. Kind of. All right. I'm 1 for 4.
He walks into a brassiere. You should have said that instead. That would have made it funny.
Number 5. A man walks into a bar with a slab of asphalt under his arm and asks, "A beer, please, and 1 for the road." Number 6. 2 cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?"
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Okay. Number 7. "Doc, I can't stop singing the green, green grass at home. That sounds like Tom Jones syndrome. Is it common? Well, it's not unusual."
Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb.
Number
What's
8.
the next one?
2 cows are standing next to each other in a field. Daisy says to Dolly, I was artificially inseminated this morning. I don't believe you, says Dolly. It's true. No bull, exclaims Daisy.
I get it, because a bull didn't fuck the cow.
That's right.
I think it's funnier to explain the jokes.
Yes. And
yes, and
number 9, an invisible man marries an invisible woman. The kids were nothing to look at either.
because they were also invisible.
Yes. Number 10, deja vu. That feeling you heard this bull. I can't even tell a joke.
Try again.
Number 10, deja vu. The feeling that you have heard this bull before.
See, it was better when you fucked it up.
Number 11, I went to buy some camouflage trousers the other day, but I couldn't find any. Number 12, a man...
Yeah, you also couldn't find your dick.
A man woke up in a hospital after a serious accident. He shouted, Doctor, doctor, I can't feel my legs. The doctor replied, I know you can't. I cut off your arms.
Huh?
Number 13, I went to seafood disco last week and pulled a muscle.
What? You don't know. Don't repeat it.
Number 14, what do you call a fish with no eyes?
A good fuck. I don't know.
An FSH.
Oh.
Number 15, 2 fish swim into a concrete wall. Well, the one turns to the other and says, damn.
How many more of these are
there? 5.
Can I tell a joke in between?
Yes.
All right. 2 bananas. Mm-hmm. 2 bananas are lying on a riverbank. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden a turd floats by.
Yeah.
And he goes, come on in, guys. The water's fine. One banana turns to the other banana and goes, do you believe that shit?
I like that one. That's good. That's a zinger.
That's another Jackie joke, man.
Number 16.
Oh.
2 Eskimos
We
sitting...
had fucking 16.
2 Eskimos sitting... I told you there were 5 left. 2 Eskimos sitting in a kayak were chilly, so they lit a fire in the craft. Unsurprisingly, it sank, proving once again that you can't have your kayak and heat it too.
Keep going.
Number 17. A group of chess...
We're pot committed at this point.
Yes. A group of chess enthusiasts checked into a hotel and were standing in the lobby discussing their recent tournament victories. After about an hour, the manager came out of the office and asked them to disperse. But why, they asked as they moved off. Because, he said, I can't stand chestnuts roasting in an open foyer. Come on, people can't see the look on your face.
I know that. I don't need to. I can't. Sometimes I just can't.
The silence speaks for itself.
Vocal displeasure is just not suiting for these.
Number 18. 2 peanuts walk into a bar and one was assaulted.
I mean that seems like a fucking Roadhouse situation. You need fucking.
You need Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, you need Patrick Stewart to come in and be like, make it so, and then rip out guys' throats.
Patrick Swayze.
Yes, Patrick Swayze to come in and fucking cut that shit out.
Number 19. Mahatma Gandhi, as you know, walked barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him rather frail, and with his odd diet, he suffered from bad breath. This made him a super calloused, fragile mystic hexed by halitosis. Number 20.
Number 20. Where did you get this fucking list?
And finally, there was the person,
best worst joke of all time.
I hate this one because there's a better version of it. And finally, there was the person who sent 20 different puns to his friends with the hope that at least one of the 10 puns would make them laugh. No pun intended. No, I can't say it that fast. I mean, because if I say it right now, we'll be like, I don't know. We gave him 2 hours last week. Could we be like 59 minutes and 30 seconds?
Well, we do need to do plug.
The plugs. You can find the show notes.
Talk about bags and no.
You can find the show notes for this episode at clarkwoods.com/hot/157. And if you have anything to say, you can email us at hot@clarkwoods.com.
Hot@clarkwoods.com. That seems like the best way to contact us.
It does.
Because then you could get both of us. Like Chris gets the email, he'll forward it to me. Unless you specifically say, don't forward this to Steve. Read it live on the show so he can react to and get his furious anger about Outcast or some other fucking bullshit.
With furious anger, and I will rain down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
Yeah, like Sam Jackson.
Threaten to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know
that my name is the Lord
when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
That's a tasty burger.
You ever see Captain America?
World Police?
No.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's on his gravestone. You see that Easter egg?
No.
If you go to the very end, spoilers. There's a tombstone for Nick Fury.
It says cheese and pepperoni.
Played by Samuel L. Jackson, and on the tombstone it says the path of the righteous man. I don't know if it says the rest of the quote, but it says that.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I'm having like a minor burp, or like my I've had water.
It's very classy.
Or you can tweet us.
Yes.
You can tweet us. I'm at ECC1977.
And I am at Tuesday is Loser. That's Tuesday IS Loser, all one word. I think this was pretty good. It was good to have the last week kind of off. I mean, you had to do some work while you were up in Maine, but
it's a small price.
But we only had to record about like 5 to 10 minutes worth of new material.
It wasn't too bad. Too bad.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Shut up, bitch.